welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about 5 ways that you can cut back on your food expenses. Let's get started. Number 1 is trying to cook foods that are 5 ingredients or less. If you get into the habit of only doing that, for example, right now what I do is I only use recipes that are 3 ingredients or less. And yes, it is possible. But yeah, using 5 ingredients or less for each meal, that's actually more likely to give you a meal that's going to both be filling and cheap, because these meals require less ingredients, and on top of that, these ingredients are usually for the people who are struggling to have enough money and have enough funds for their other bills. But yeah, that's one of the ways that you can cut back. Number 2 is going to be regrowing some of these foods. Especially if you are buying produce, you should be regrowing some of these things. For example, scallions, romaine lettuce. You could even do avocados, sweet potatoes, regular potatoes, onions. There's a whole myriad of produce that you can be regrowing from the scraps alone. I mean, even mushrooms and things like that, you can be regrowing in your own kitchen. All you have to do is put it in some water, depending on what it is, of course, but put it in some water, stick it on your windowsill in the kitchen or even in the living room, whichever. Or you could put it in some dirt and maybe it'll grow better that way, depending on what you're trying to regrow. But there's that, and you could be regrowing, you could be regrowing your spices, or you could just buy seeds for these spices. Spices are actually really easy to grow, and that can cut back on your food expenses, even with just spices. Okay, number 3 is going to be fast food. Don't eat out. If you do not have a good budget plan, do not eat out. That's going to cut back on your food expenses a lot. In fact, the average American, according to TFD, the Financial Diet, according to them, the average American spends $250 a month on fast food alone. That's a lot of money. You could be putting that away somewhere. Like, seriously, don't eat out. Even if you're only spending $50, don't eat out. Alright, and number 4 is, instead of going to the store and buying something like, say, cookies, or buying a cake, or, a pie, whatever you prefer, bake them yourself. You would not believe how much money you would be saving from buying stuff that seems like they're cheap on the shelf, but really they're getting a huge profit out of you, and you don't even realize it. Alright, and then number 5 is for the needy, the real needy, the desperate. Go to food banks. If you do not have more than $20 to spend on food, go to food banks. They will help you out a lot. In fact, just recently, my father-in-law, he went to a food bank and he actually got 2 things of beef, a thing of pork. He got some, what are they called? English muffins, blueberry bagels. He got a thing of mustard. He got some yogurt. He got a whole bunch of stuff. And it's all for free. So if you really don't have a budget to spend to spend for food, go to food banks. It'll help you out a lot. Alrighty then, that was 5 ways that you can cut back on your food expenses. If you want to see anything that I haven't already covered, go ahead and leave it in the comments below. And I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.